Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we're going to be talking about Winter Storm Billy, which is bringing widespread snow to the Rockies and Plains this weekend, as per the Weather Channel. I was waiting for them to name this storm. I was looking up Winter Storm Billy like 5 times a day, just seeing, did they post an article, did they post an article, did they post an article. Wake up this morning, boom, there's the article. So, here's the video. So, at a glance here, the snow will sweep through the Plains, Rockies, and Midwest this weekend. Snow and possibly some ice is likely in the southern Plains and Rockies early week. October has already set snowfall records in the northern tier. So, here are the current winter weather alerts, but we'll be looking at that a little bit. Here's the current radar. Now, forecasts. You can see heaviest snow here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, and then through Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, even into Wisconsin. But here's what is really the key here. The additional snow forecast through Tuesday, you can see some areas could see 24 inches plus. 18 to 24 inches, 24 inches plus in spots. But a widespread swath here of 5 to 8 inches. For October, that is very impressive. So now, forecast highs as well. Look at Casper, Wyoming. 8 degrees on Sunday. This is a high. Again, this is the highest temperature they're going to see is 8 in October. So, here's some pictures of it, and that's about it from here. So yeah, let's move on here. National Weather Service. So we do have plenty of winter storm warnings. We also have some blizzard warnings in Montana, but winter storm warnings from Idaho through Wyoming and into the plains here in South Dakota and Nebraska. We also got winter weather advisories as well in this like purplish blue color. And then this navy color is winter storm watches. Now, if we go back here to the, let's go here, you can see some areas just west of Denver where some wildfires are going on, and some of the worst wildfires in Colorado history are going on. They're expecting some snow. So, possibly this area right in here could see some relief. Because, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that fire and snow mix well together. But, let's move on here to the radar. So, here's the current radar for Winter Storm Billy. You can see it's kind of spread out right now, but you have some areas of heavier precipitation here in those darker blues. But, overall, right now, we're kind of in a calm spot. It was very violent up in the Pacific Northwest. Now it's kind of isolated again, but it'll recollect itself. Now, let's move on to the winter weather forecasts. So, we're going to start here with 1 inch, day 1. Oh, let's see. Go back here. So, widespread swath in the next 24 hours of getting 1 inch of snow. From Montana all the way down to Nebraska. 95% chance there. 2 inches. You still have 95% chances in those same spots. Just a few areas not getting that. 4 inches much more isolated. Higher elevations, places where possibly some heavier snow will set up. 6 inches, mainly just in the mountains. 8 inches. Not much. 12 inches, still. This area is probably going to see the highest amount of snowfall today. So now, moving on. We're going to just go through here. You can see where that snow will set up. And now, as soon as we get down here, those percentages go back up. And then it kind of separates, stays down here, while the rest of the system moves east. 2 inches. see, still moving southward, but you still have some areas seeing that 95% chance of getting 2 inches, just much less likely as you move into the southern plains. But if you go into the southern Rockies, that definitely is possible, and we might see that as well. So, and then let's finish up here. Alright, moving back over to 18 UTC, 4 inches. Much less likely, but still we do have some pretty decent chances. If you see those reds, that's at least an 80% chance of receiving 4 inches of snow. Now, if we move across here, you can see that those risks kind of go down slightly, except for when you're in the southern Rockies, which completely makes sense that that should happen. So now we keep moving across. Those chances go down as the system moves through, loses some energy, and by 12 UTC on Tuesday, it's pretty much done. Alright, 6 inches of snow. So, definitely much lower risk. So, we see here very little reds there. That means that it's most likely going to be 70% chance or less of seeing that, but they're still possible. If a band sets up some heavier snow, maybe snow squall warnings are issued, that could definitely happen. Then you can see some areas getting those 6 inches of snow in very short amounts of time too. And especially if we can see blizzard conditions, that makes everything worse, because that means you have that powdery snow, and that'll just whip across everywhere for those 35-mile-an-hour winds, sustained over 3 hours. And that means that you could have very low visibilities, which makes driving almost impossible. So, 8 inches of snow, I don't think there's much here, but let's go over it anyway. Let it load up here. There we go. So, yeah. Most of this is even below 40%. So, but you do still have some spots in higher elevations that might get that 40 to 80% chance. But as we move south with this system, it kind of dissipates. So that is all I have for the Weather Prediction Center today. Let's move on here to the models. So here's the system. As you can see, it's just going to ride down the mountains. And here's where some of that heavier snow sets up. Right in here. And now, as this moves across here, you can see that another area of the system sets up in the northeast. And that brings some snow to northern Maine and Canada. But we're focusing on this area here to the south. And you can see potentially a sleet and freezing rain risk for areas of western Texas, which also is a big reason why this storm was named, because when wintry precipitation hits the south, it's devastating, and freezing rain in particular, because, you know, the slippery roads and the type of road styles that they have down there. You know, in the north we have like more asphalt roads. In the south we have more cement roads. So it does make a difference. But you can see that snow, and it kind of sticks around there for a little bit. If we go to the GFS, kind of sticks around, and then that entire system moves up into the northeast, where they could see some snow as well. But that is all I have for this storm. Definitely a pretty big deal, especially for this early in the season. Could see some spots getting 8 to 12 inches of snow, especially in the Colorado and New Mexico Rocky Mountains. But that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.